sports days. One of the days so many of us remember when we look back as adults. It's that heady mix of being outdoors, hopefully in the sunshine, trying to be the best version of yourself you can be whilst representing your house or community with pride. All of the teachers come together to help too. It really is a great sense of community and togetherness, and who knows where it will lead. Well, what I do know is that we are going to have some kind of a sports day, and although we don't know what it looks like yet, I know that we need you to make it happen. So here's what we need to do. Every week on a Thursday, Sports Day Thursday in fact, we're going to put out a different challenge to you, and it's a challenge that needs mass participation, because what we're going to offer is 1 point for every entry into it. Regardless of what you do in terms of time or distance or anything, you score a point for your house if you just enter the competition. Now that is mass participation, and it means that the most involved house will probably win regardless of whether they have the best athletes or not. So it is in your best interest to get stuck in, especially if you're in Windsor. So whilst yes, it is sports day and we want that community feel to be there and we want elements of sport to be there, not every week's task is going to involve actually doing something sporty, because there is so much more to sports day than just the sport, as I've already explained.
Today is not one of those days though, I'm afraid. No, today is a running task, and it's the task I'm going to give you the longest amount of time to complete, so it starts a day and it finishes just before sports day. And it is going to push you, but you've been doing challenge and struggle in PE, you know what the deal is by now, so let's get it on. So your task this week is to run 800 meters, which actually is not even as long as the cross country that you all did at the start of the year, and certainly not as hilly, because you get to choose where you do it. So I've just finished my run, 6 kilometers in the bag, and I get to record it on my watch. But I don't expect any of you, some of you may have, but I don't expect any of you to have a watch to record this 800 meters on. But there are some things that you can do so that you can record it and send it in. Oh, and by the way, I've decided 1 point's not good enough. Every single person that joins in any sports day activity gets 10 points for their house. How about that?
So how do you record it, I guess is what you're asking. Now, there are plenty of apps out there that can record any type of distance that you run or cycle or swim, in fact. However, the majority of them were going to need adult supervision. So there are apps out there like Map My Run, Runkeeper, Nike and Adidas have their own running apps. Strava is a good app, but they majoritively will be 13 plus. So what you're going to need to do is, if your parents don't already have one of those apps, because I would imagine the majority do, but I know not everyone will, and if they don't have that, then they'd need to create an account for you to do it. It is very simple, it is very quick, but that will allow you to record your 800 meter run wherever you want to do it. Now remember, when I say 800 meter run, of course I'm looking for people to run the 800 meters, and hopefully some people will run it as fast as they can. But even if you just cover the 800 meter distance and give us the evidence, like show us that you've done it, walked it, run it, whatever, you're going to pick up 10 points for your house, which is amazing, and that makes it worth it in itself. You're doing something for your house, you're contributing to hopefully a sports day win. Now, all you need to do is, over the next few weeks, you can do this whenever you want, but in order for it to count, you need to go on to Seesaw and you need to reply to this particular video to post your 800 meter run, and then we can add it to an Excel spreadsheet and we can add your points in for your house. It's that simple, but if you do it next week or the week after, don't reply to that particular video. If you're doing the 800 meters, reply to this one. You'd need to come back and find it, and then we can put it in. Right, over the next few weeks, what we're actually going to do is we're going to set you maybe 3 or 4 tasks per week. We'll do a run week, maybe a jump week, and a throw week, And then we've got some really good ideas for a fun week, which will coincide hopefully with Sports Day week. So stay tuned for that, get involved, the more the merrier. This is a community feel and you want to make sure that your community wins, right? Just by participating, not necessarily by being the best at any particular sport. Now that is what Sports Day should be all about. And expect your teachers to chase you up, because I know I will be chasing Windsor up, and I know all of the teachers in Leeds, Dover and Rochester will be chasing you up as well to try and win that coveted Sports Day trophy. There'll be more information coming out soon, but for now, it's 800 metres, get going, and I'll see you for Freestyle Friday tomorrow.